Hi, today we're making homemade barbecue sauce from scratch. I'm actually using this to make sloppy joes, but it's going to be made from scratch. It's really, really good. I had this before about a year ago, and I still remember it. It was so good. I'm making some peppers. I'm cutting them up, and then we're going to put them, saute them in oil for about, just until it gets soft, all right? I had it turn the oil down because I was afraid it was a little too high, and I don't want to take a chance and get burned. So we're going to cut up a green pepper. And this is going to go into the oil. Here we go. I'm cutting up a red pepper. And guess what, folks? I'm wearing shorts. It's finally got warm enough to allow me to wear shorts, the weather. This has just got to be soft enough and saute so I can put it into the meat that's cooking right now. Okay? Before we actually make the sauce itself. This is going to go into the meat. Okay. Put this over here. No, okay, out of my way, please. It's very hard, but we haven't really turned it down very low. We keep the animals out of the kitchen. I'm now cutting up a sweet onion. Yeah, it could really spit up and burn you, so you gotta be careful with that. It's gonna go into this pepper mixture. This is actually gonna be going into the meat. This is not gonna go into the sauce itself. I always like to use sweet onions. Sweet onions has a really good taste to it. Okay, put this over here. And I always use a cutting board, friends. Smells so good. Oh. People, there was something red in the onion. Do not worry. I did not cut myself. There was a piece of the red pepper. Somebody would say, oh my goodness, she cut herself. No, it's not that at all. Okay, believe me, I would not be cutting up onions if I was bleeding all over the place. And it can happen. You know, people have accidents in kitchens all the time. That's the problem with kitchens. You can always get a little accident. You get burned, you can cut your finger. All right. Just turn this meat off a little bit. Now we're going to start the sauce. I'll just junk in this and throw it out later. Alright, what I want to do now is I'm going to heat up the sauce in this frying pan. To make a really good barbecue sauce, I'm adding in 1 1/2 cups of ketchup. And sometime down the road, guys, I will show you how to make a homemade ketchup, okay? I'm adding in 1 1/2 cups of brown sugar. And some of you can say, oh, that's too much sugar. Oh, it's going to be really good once this is done, believe me. I'll try to mix this together. Okay. Now what I want to do now is I want to add in 1/2 cup of vinegar. Do not spill vinegar in your refrigerator. It has happened to me several times. This is going to cook on the stove for just a little while. So it can get a little thicker. And you might need a little bit more ketchup and just a little bit of water. There we go. And what I want to do now is I want to put this on the stove and let it cook for about maybe 5 to 10 minutes. I also want to add in 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. That goes great in a barbecue sauce. Now keep this in mind, this can also be used on chicken. Okay, we're going to add some Worcestershire sauce in here, good. Okay. I also want to add in a little minced garlic. There we go. Sometimes you need to add fresh garlic in. You get a really good flavor. It's already getting thicker, see? Alright, now what I want to do is add just a little bit more ketchup in. Just a little bit more. Okay. A little black pepper. And we're going to cook this for about 5 minutes until it gets a little thicker. Okay. Okay, you need to put this on the stove and let it cook. Okay, this has got to it thicken for about 5 minutes. Now what I'm now going to do is I'm going to pour the pepper mixture on top of the meat. This is going to give it a really great flavor. Okay, some of them got a little bit burnt, it happens, but it's you know, I'd rather have a little burnt than something that's not cooked enough. Alright, now what I'm going to do, the next step is the barbecue. God knows how those spills I need to wash out before. Okay, that was horrible. Somehow the wash ice sauce were too close to the edge. Alright, it's a little watery, but that's okay. We're going to put it into the meat mixture and we're going to let it cook for a few minutes. This is what Sloppy Joe's basically is. It's sloppy. That's how it got Sloppy Joe's. Okay. Okay, what I want to do now is I want to cook it for about another 2 or 3 minutes. I want to make sure it's completely mixed in with the meat mixture and it has a really good flavor. Okay, about another 2 or 3 minutes. And here we have homemade barbecue sauce. Now we're going to have Sloppy Joe's with it. You also, with this type of sauce, but it has to be made a lot thicker. You can also use this for chicken, but I would rather just use this for Sloppy Joe's. It'll come out so much better. It's very sloppy, keep this in mind. But this is what Sloppy Joe's is, sloppy. Okay, a little bit more on here. Oh, it's so good. I can't wait to have some of this stuff. Oh. And here we have homemade barbecue sauce, which I made Sloppy Joe's out of from Deborah Wade's Home Country Kitchen. Have a great day and please subscribe to my show.